have dinghied over to Shroud Cay, and we're going to take the dinghy route through the mangrove trail through the island. And it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful here. It is just a perfect day. There's all the shades of blue water that you could ever want. It's crystal clear like a swimming pool through most of it. And the island looks just pristine. It is part of the Exuma Land and Sea Park. It's actually the northernmost island of the Exuma Land and Sea Park. And it looks like there's beautiful palm trees and lots of foliage on the island, rocks and sand.
You know, if you flipped the camera, they could see it. You wouldn't have to
It's
describe
beautiful.
it.
How do I flip it? There we go. And there's a mooring field right outside of this inlet, so you can tie up to a mooring and enjoy this. It's just over $20 to pick up the mooring for our size vessel for the evening. But we're still anchored over at Norman's Cay for the moment. We just took the dinghy over to explore.
Yeah, it's about 4.5 miles to get to this inlet from Norman's. We're expecting some bad weather tomorrow, and so we're all set up for bad weather. So it's about 1 in the afternoon, and the tide's going down. We're about halfway down on a 3-foot tide. It's blowing about 8 knots of wind from the south.
I've read that you can see turtles and mantas and sharks all through here. So we'll see what we can find. Alright, here we are deeper into the mangroves. And it's just really neat. The water is crystal, crystal, swimming pool clear. And there's all these neat rock formations that look like lava and fossilized coral. And we've seen a couple of little bitty sea turtles. Oh, some little fishies.
There's all sorts of ledges under the rocks for wildlife to hide.
It's just amazingly clear water.
Yeah, perfect day for this. Low wind.
There's a turtle under us. He's just swimming right ahead of us. Look at that. He slowed down when we slowed down.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
See the green or the wind. Probably get clear by the tree. The little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Bahamas set all this aside just as a preserve. It's a no-take zone, all for nature lovers to enjoy with no collecting, no fishing, no harvesting.
Not even seashells. You're not allowed to take anything, alive or dead, from the park.
So we're back out on the main channel.
This whole area is swimming pool clear.
Yeah, the wind on the water makes it a little hard to see through.
Just because it reflects the light in the little ripples.
But in between the wind gusts, it is like glass.
So pretty. And it just looks like miles of mangrove. As far as you can see. Check back in again in a bit. Here is the actual entrance to the lake. Looks like a pretty shallow lake.
So it's salt water?
Salt water. Handsome.
So we made it into one of the internal ponds. If you had to abandon ship and way out the storm, this would be where you'd want to be.
Yeah, mangroves are a great protection from storms.
Just not flooding.
Yeah, just not flooding.
No starfish though.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Every estuary we've gone down so far has just been full of starfish. This is the first one we haven't seen a single starfish.
Look how shallow it is in here.
Yeah, it gets really shallow. Alright, time to check the map.
What?
Time to check the map. Alright, so we cut back through the lake, and turns out that if you cross through the other side, it continues on through the mangroves to the opposite side of the island. So we're coming up on the outlet. If you go right, it exits to the other side of the island. If we go left, it curves back down another path that we may or may not be able to exit on the north side of the island from. There's one area that we may not be able to make it through.
So if you go left, it loops back to where we started?
No, it loops back to another part of the island.
Oh, a dead end?
There's a green area that we may not be able to get through.
Look at that, we made it to the outlet.
There's the outlet. Look at all those different shades of blue out there.
Glowing.
Oh, and there's a hike from this beach to some sort of campground.
Nice.
I forget what it's called right now.
We found civilization.
It is
We're
Camp
saved.
Driftwood.
Camp Driftwood?
Camp Driftwood. If you hike from this little beach, you can get to Camp Driftwood.
Missing the outlet. There you go. It looks like a raging torrent.
Mm-hmm. I do think it's too shallow, yes.
It looks pretty shallow.
It looks very shallow. And they're just watching us from the beach like, what are they doing?
Alright, we made it to the other side.
Yay!
What a fun adventure.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Got a nice beach going on over here. An amazingly beautiful blue water.
Yeah, so many people on this side.
Yeah, lots of people. Alright.
Alright, we made it.
We made it!